Welcome to this week's Talking Codswallop. I am Gemma.
And I'm James.
He's Nice James. That's his nickname now. He's Nice James.
That's officially.
Yeah. Graham thinks he's Nice James, so you must be Nice James. How have you been, James?
I've been good. How have you been, Gemma? I know you've been a bit run down with work, but you know what's new. It's the Christmas season.
It is. I've got Decemberitis. I think it's coming up to that time where we're getting to the pace where we're going to be shutting down for work soon, which I honestly cannot wait. Roll on 12 o'clock on the 24th of December and I am out of the door. Or 12:30. I can't remember which one it is, so I need to check. But yeah, half hour. And I think also because the nights are drawing in later, so it kind of makes you feel a bit more sleepy and whatnot. Go on.
Is it me?
Yeah.
Or is it this year? It seems that's happened much later than usual.
No, I think that might be you, but then I haven't really stopped. I haven't really stopped to take note of it, if you know what I mean. I haven't noticed it.
The only reason I ask you is my wife said the same thing, so I know it's not just me.
Mm-hmm.
She did say to me the other day that it felt like November wasn't quite as November-ish as it used to be, and then all of a sudden now it's hit December. It's like all of a sudden the planet's caught up and realised, oh yeah, it is winter. It's now going to be much darker, much colder, much wetter.
Well,
I feel like we escaped it up until like the very end of November. Normally, like the beginning of November, you start getting the colder winds, and you know you start getting that crisper sunlight. You know, it's like it's sunny outside, but it's got that chill to it. Whereas this time, it's just felt like it's been all right, and then all of a sudden it's just gone, oh no, I'm supposed to be doing winter.
Yeah, I suppose in some ways I can agree with that.
I told you I was right.
I suppose now that I know that your wife's in agreement, I have to agree. But no, but I'd say that sort of towards the end of November, down here at least anyway, because it definitely has been colder the last few weeks. Like there was times when I was sort of going into the garden for a cigarette quickly, and I was going in a vest top and trousers or whatever. Yeah, so I kind of agree.
In regards to your work as well, do you tend to find like you get that mad rush to get everything out of the way before the 24th so you can properly get that time off, or is it just everyone's lazy and decides, oh, I'll just put all my orders in December?
Yeah, it's a mixture of both. We have got a few issues through work, which obviously I can't go through on the podcast. Because I can't throw shades at my work because I need the job. There are some sort of background issues that are going on as well. But yeah, customers are throwing their orders at us as if Santa wants an extractor fan unit for Christmas, you know, kind of thing. And trying to get everything out the door. But so it's a real team effort, as in like across the entire factory and, you know, the entire company, shall I say. I'm adjacent to customer service with my job. It's like I'm order processing and I do a little bit of customer service, but then we've got a customer service team that take the brunt of that work on. So it is, you know, we work quite well together. But yeah, I know that they have had, you know, horrible time at the moment.
Logistics is always going to be the big killer in December, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, especially for our international customers. So it's like, so there's a lot of stress going on. My health's been really shit as well, but I'm trying not to bring that onto the podcast because I don't want to burden everyone with it. So let's bring the happy. Let's not let this talk anymore.
Let's cut the first 5 minutes of the podcast.
Oh, we can certainly talk about we can certainly talk about Codswallop though. So have you got any Codswallop, James?
No.
Oh, okay. Back to me then.
Sorry.
That's all right.
I've had a really good chill. Last couple of weeks, so it's been great.
Oh, no, that's nice. That's nice to hear though. Yeah. Okay, so back to me then. My Codswallop this week. Last year, I don't know if you recall, but I was a bit miffed with the Coca-Cola advert. Now, for years, the Coca-Cola advert has been the truck driving through town, or a train. No, it was a truck.
It's always been the truck, always been the big semi.
Yeah, exactly. And it's been, Well, I always heard it as the days are coming, the days are coming. It was actually holidays are coming. But anyway.
I know accents can be difficult, but I've always heard holiday, not harumph.
I've always heard the days are coming, the days are coming. Anyway.
Where were you raised? Victorian London?
I just think I was not... the days are coming. It makes no sense. It makes more sense to be holidays are coming. I know. Yeah. I think I might have had some really serious head injury when I was a kid and I just never got over
it. It would line up with the fact that you'd never noticed.
Yeah, exactly, until right this second.
Oh, yeah, that getting run over really did do one on me.
Anyway, so last year they changed the advert, didn't they, to, I think it was like Santa's at a vending machine or something ridiculous like that. And I was just like, I can't believe it. Anyway, so who knew that would not piss me off as much as my next item related to Christmas? Because it is December now, guys. So we're allowed to talk about Christmas.
We're allowed to say the C word.
Yes, we can.
Mariah Carey has thawed and she is about to be singing everywhere.
Oh, God, hope not.
I don't wanna love for Christmas.
There's just one thing I just need.
When I take the mic, I turn into Eric Cartman.
I'm no fat, I'm this big band. Hey, guys. Oh, shut up. That is really good. Anyway, so I have confidently said on this podcast that I hate Pepsi. Pepsi is the devil's work. It is disgusting, in my opinion. Ooh. Now, if you disagree, that's absolutely fine.
But I'm wrong.
You're absolutely wrong. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But no, Pepsi has got like a weird taste to it. You can tell the difference between Coke and Pepsi. Some people saying, you can't tell the difference. Yes, you can.
I'm entirely with you on that front of because I'm the opposite. I find Coke is far too sweet for me. Okay. Because I know it's like I can feel the syrupiness of Coke, whereas with Pepsi, it's when we're talking the full sugar stuff. But yeah, there is a definite flavour difference between Pepsi and Coke.
Yeah, no, there definitely is. So, to my horror, when I saw a sign, it was a big, bright sign as I was driving along. It was one of those neon signs. It has pictures on them.
Yes, we call them billboards, Gemma. We've had them for a while.
And it was really, really bright. So I did actually write to the council and say, could you turn the lights down a little bit? Because actually it's quite blinding.
Put the dimmer switch on. Yeah. Put the dimmer switch on, down a bit.
I did actually have to ask them to do that because I was just like, this is going to cause an accident because it literally was so bright you could see it from the other end of the road. You know, and I'm talking a 50-mile-an-hour, 100-foot road or whatever. You know, it's a massive road. Anyway, so Pepsi have brought out gingerbread Pepsi. I also hate ginger, so
see, I like ginger. I like gingerbread, but yeah, gingerbread is what I think of when I'm having hot chocolate, not when I'm having Pepsi.
I need to just spat my coffee out then. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Like, yeah. I mean, I've never been a fan of whenever Pepsi's done that, like with a twist.
Yeah.
They started bringing it out with lemon and lime and stuff like that. Mainly because I would never notice when I went to pick up the bottle.
Oh, that's annoying.
So they'd always, because what they do is they keep the label the same, but they change the colour of the lid.
Yep.
Or they put like a really thin stripe around the label as to be like, here's Pepsi with lime.
Yeah. Or
so you don't realise until you've grabbed it. Well, cherry's not too bad, but with the lemon and lime, it's just like you go to the till, you know, you're halfway out the shop and you're desperate for a drink. You take a sweet. It's like, ugh.
Yeah.
And then you go.
I mean, you must be desperate if you went for a Pepsi, but you know.
I'll have you know that PepsiCo is the founding company behind the greatest fizzy beverage of them all, which is Dr. Pepper. So hush your mouth.
Oh, I do like Dr. Pepper, so I might have to actually.
Ha.
Okay, I do like Hock to Pepper, apparently.
Hock to Pepper.
Hock to Pepper.
That Welsh sneaking in, just throwing in random letters.
There'll be a double L somewhere as well. Yeah.
You just say Dr. Pepper in Welsh.
Hurdy birdie.
I know that's in Swedish.
That's in Swedish. Sorry, yeah.
There's more. I
always get the two mixed up.
Yeah, it's more phlegm if you want to say Dr. Pepper in Welsh.
No, it's more singy when you want to say it in Welsh. The Welsh accent's very singy. I'm not in the mood to do a Welsh accent right now, or
that's just Rob Brydon.
Or what could actually become an Indian accent, because I often go into an Indian accent by accident. So I don't want to turn any of our listeners off for me thinking that I'm being racist, and I'm not.
At least not unintentionally.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, we're picking on the Welsh first.
No, I can't pick on the Welsh. I've got Welsh heritage. I'm proud of that Welshness.
It's all right. I'll pick on them for you.
No. Good, you and everybody else. Yeah. The Welsh are the ones that are picked on the most, aren't they? Or maybe the Irish.
Well, they make it so easy.
Yeah. It might go Irish, Welsh, and then probably English, Scotland, because no one messes with Scots.
Oh, God, no.
No. So
we do it behind closed doors.
So you've recently been to another Lego convention. How did that go?
Yes, it was brilliant as always. I was back at Aintree Racecourse, so that was actually the first venue I ever did.
Yeah,
so we came back this time.
That was the one split across 2 floors, wasn't it?
Yeah. And so that will always be the case, just due to the layout of the building.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but this time the signage was much clearer, so I felt like people were actually milling around, because that was one thing I was worried about when I first went. Was it did feel like people weren't milling properly, but the weather held out. The weather held out as well. The last time we did it at Aintree, it was raining outside, so people didn't want to cross the bridge to go over to the other room. But this time it was it was clear. It's just a bit colder, so people were making the journey. But it was nice to see that we had a lot more exhibitors this time. And we actually had, which was very, very cool, a gentleman by the name of Steve Guinness, who, I don't know if you remember, but Lego brought out a typewriter.
No, I didn't know that. But
he designed it and was one of the first people to win what's called Lego Ideas, which is where fan submissions, if they get 10,000 likes, Lego will choose between them and actually produce the fan design, and he was one of the very first.
Oh, wow. That's really awesome. Isn't it funny how his last name's Guinness, and it's like the Guinness World Records?
Yeah. So he was one of the first. And he's been a master builder as well. So that was from the the TV competition ones.
Oh yeah,
So he's been on that as well. So that was really nice. Getting to meet him was really nice, and talking through designs, because I've always been wary of that program, because I said to him, like, how involved were you? Because a lot of the time I do feel like the designs get watered down, and apparently he was saying, like, I was getting daily phone calls from the designers, and they even flew him out to Belgium to actually go to the head. They actually flew him out to the headquarters. So sorry, not Belgium. I think it's Holland. So he flew him out to Holland to the headquarters to actually discuss it with the designers and be like, "This is what And he said the design's not that difficult. He said one of the best things was they let him pick the color. So it's called sand green, and apparently he was saying he found a black and white photograph of the founder of Lego with a typewriter, very similar to the one that he designed. So he ran the black and white photograph through a typewriters owners club and said, "Can anyone identify this typewriter, and then they found which model it was, and he went through and matched as close as he could to the colour. So this sand green was as close as he could get to what the probability of the colour was that the actual Lego founder had his typewriter in.
Okay. When I'm hearing the word sand green, I'm visualizing like a light yellowy green. Is that the right color, or is that not?
I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it.
As he turns away from the microphone.
That's because I've got sand green bricks on my belt shelf. Give me a second. We'll edit all this out.
Will I, though? I probably will.
No, Gemma will leave it in because it is content. So it's that kind of green?
So it's kind of like an army green.
Almost. It's kind of like... It's very mintish green.
Yeah, like So if you like Salty Tadpoles, if you envision like a typical army green, but then slightly lighter, I'd say that they're near enough with the color there.
It's very close to khaki green.
Khaki,
very close to it.
Yeah, awesome.
But yeah, so that was really nice. Not just to speak to other people, not just to speak to other people like me who are just grown collectors, but people who are actually designers, as it were. And he had a great time going over some of the stuff I'd made and was curious about how I'd connected some bits. So it was a really good afternoon. It's the last one of this year. Mm-hmm. So, and then I'm next on in Haydock in January.
Oh wow!
So get New Year's and Christmas out the way, and then back at it again. And then I've got nothing on then until March. I'm going to Bolton.
Oh, lovely!
I'm risking it. I'm seeing if I can go because it's a bit of a longer journey. So I'm going to see how well they fare.
Yeah.
I made it to Blackpool in one piece, so I think I can make it to Bolton in one piece.
Right, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Absolute fingers, eyes, and toes crossed. Everybody.
But not while I'm driving, otherwise I'll crash.
No, everybody else for you while you're driving. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, while I'm thinking about the little fingers crossed thing, just to kind of put out a message there's a couple of messages for the Salty Tadpoles. I'm going to start with the first one. Our next episode that we're doing is a recording about Christmas, because of course it is our Christmas episode. So what we've asked is, we've actually put this on our social media as well, but of course reach out to us as best you can. We would like to know what your Christmas traditions are, but equally, of course, we are saying Christmas because we are a nation that is based on like Christianity sort of thing. But equally, if you are a different denomination, so like say for example, if you're Jewish and you celebrate Hanukkah, it'd be quite interesting to hear what you do as well. So we're not really specifically meaning Christmas, but obviously that's our first thought for us because we celebrate Christmas. But so yeah, if you have got special things that you do on the day or on the build up to the day and you want to share that information with us, if you could head over to our social media at Codswallop Pod, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter as well, then look for Father Christmas and let us know what your themes are and what you do and things like that. Even if you think it's something really silly and stupid, it doesn't matter.
In fact, we want those more.
Oh God, yeah. If they're funny, yeah. The weird and funny ones, 100%.
If you got weird traditions at Christmas, you tell us and we will mock them. But lovingly, with everyone else present.
Yes, exactly. We will mock them, but we will also celebrate them as well, because we are weird. Yeah. The other one as well is what I just wanted to say as well. I did put up a post again on our social media. Can't speak today very well, but a good friend, Jerry Rocher, who was a guest of ours on episode 71, I think it is. It's actually got his name on there. He's going through a bit of a shitty time at the moment. He's been struggling with cancer for the last 4 years, and it's well, I don't want to say it's touch and go because we're trying to be positive, but equally You got to keep your mindset that it actually might not be. But he's not doing good, and he's in his hospital, and he's a stand-up comedian, and he's a stand-up guy. And I just think if it's possible to just send some love, even if you don't know him, just send some love out into the universe to him. That would be amazing, because he's an awesome guy and he doesn't deserve this. But unfortunately, cancer doesn't discriminate, does it? So
no, unfortunately.
No. Otherwise, we'd send it to all of the horrible, evil people in the world. But there we have it. So
I'd send it to the sun.
Ooh, that's a good place.
But at night. I'll send it at night so it confuse it.
So we might accidentally get the moon.
No, I'll still send it towards the sun, but I'll tell them we'll send them at night so it won't be as warm.
Fair enough. I don't think it works like that, but okay.
Yeah, it does.
Another quick thing as well that I wanted to say about as well is that on last week's episode, obviously I wasn't on there. That was the Jameses doing their awesome job. But they were talking about TV programs that they've been watching, and I got very jealous. So I wanted to interject, and I almost did my own little recording and add something. Well, I did add something. I don't know if anybody on this recording heard that or not, but did they hear anything?
I haven't listened to it yet.
Oh, so you're part of the problem of what we were discussing off mic then, is it?
Stafford's rubbing off on me. I've not listened to the last episode.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm not going to spoil it. Yeah, but It was good. I was quite proud of that. Just listen to the last 5 minutes and I'll be happy.
All right.
So I just wanted to go through a couple of things that I've been watching, which was I've recently started watching Riverdale, which I had watched the first series when it initially came out, but then for some reason, I think possibly because I had to wait for it to sort of re-come out, that it kind of all drifted away. So I'm literally binge watching that at the moment, and I'm loving it. It is a bit bittersweet because obviously Luke Perry is not with us anymore, so it's quite nice to see him, but equally you kind of know, you're like, oh, he's dead, you know.
I mean, that's one way to put it, Gemma.
Well, I mean, yeah, why know, why tiptoe around things when you know,
that's true,
just say things as they are. But so I really, really am enjoying that at the moment. But I did have to pause it because Stranger Things is back.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah. Now, we're not going to spoil anything about this program because I think it's too early.
I couldn't if I wanted to. I don't watch it.
Do you not? Are you are like the
I don't
James.
I don't watch bad telly.
Okay, well, we're going to disagree on this, and I'm going to leave the conversation there. But it is, the Salty Tadpoles are going to agree with me. It is amazing. So it is such a good show, and there are so many people out there who agree with me. And apparently, the two Jameses on this podcast disagree with me for some reason, even though I think this program would be up their street for both of them. But there we have it. I can't be asked to go through the blackmailing somebody to try and watch it again. So I'm just going to leave it there. But yeah, really enjoyed the last 4 episodes, and roll on. Well, it'll be the 27th of December when it comes out into the UK. So roll on the 27th of December so I can see the other 4.
How many episodes are in this season?
I think it's 9. It's either another 3 that are coming, and then the final episode is on New Year's Day or New Year's Eve for the US. Or there's 4 episodes on the 26th, again, 27th our side. And then 1 final episode on the 1st. So yeah, I've watched it religiously. It's quite good because we've got 2 separate Netflix accounts at the home, and my mum loves watching it as well. But I tend to binge watch the episodes on my own, and then if they're watching it, I'll just sit in there and watch it. And I'm having to explain, oh, you realise that is such and such, and they're like, oh. And who's that? Oh, I'm like,
who's that? The same person we've been watching for the last 4 seasons, Mother.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That's why I don't watch telly with. That's why I don't watch telly with other people.
No, and that's why exactly the reason why I watch it on my own first, because I would get so annoyed if I had to stop and actually, do that.
If you're trying to listen and acknowledge it at the same time while they're trying to talk over you and be like, well, what does any of this mean? I'd know if you'd let me listen.
Yeah, exactly.
Pay attention. We might both find out.
Yeah, she's not quite that bad, but yeah, I definitely agree with that. And the final thing was a film that I watched, which is called, it's on Netflix. It's called Woman of the Hour. Have you seen this film?
I haven't.
So it is a crime thriller film. Sorry, couldn't get those words out. Crime thriller.
You still can't get it out.
No, crime thriller film. That was really hard for me to say. Anyway, so it is the story of a actress who is trying to make it in LA. And this is not any real spoilers to it at all. But she ends up going on a dating show called The Dating Game. Now, this is where a real true story comes into play.
I know the true story, so I didn't know they'd made an adaptation of it. But yeah, it's a fantastic setup.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like you said, it's based on the true story of Rodney Alcala, I think, who anyway was a serial killer.
Alcala.
Right. You know what? He's a serial killer. Why should I give him the respect of saying his name right?
Yeah.
But anyway, he actually really went on this program called The Dating Game. Yes, so there's a film about it, and it's like really interesting because it's got all of the serial killer side of things that I quite enjoy watching. But no, I am fascinated by serial killers, and it's a horrible thing to sort of say, isn't it? That you're fascinated by something like that.
No, it's like it's that common phenomenon of it's like watching a car crash and not being able to look away. It's not.
Yeah.
There's a morbid fascination between in these certain subjects because part of it lies with you wanting to understand how something like that could happen. A lot of it is down to the fact of because usually these kinds of stories are reserved for Hollywood. When you see a real life example, your brain kind of wants to go, I'm not entertained by this, but I'm intrigued by it to know what to look out for.
Yeah, and I suppose as a female as well, not necessarily.
Since when?
Always. But for females, obviously, we are classed as a little bit more on the vulnerable side, which, okay, yeah, men can be vulnerable too, but blah, 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 blah. I am sick of this.
No, yeah.
Around. But, women are technically a lot more vulnerable than men. So I think if you watch these kind of things as well, if you're actually interested in them, it also can give you a slight insight as to how to survive that situation as well, or how to protect yourself from that situation.
The fine line is between information gathering and fueling paranoia.
Yeah.
Yes, you can watch this, but understand that the odds of it are very few and far between.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you'll start running around thinking everyone's like this, and you'll never leave the house.
No, yeah, exactly. I think if you're of that mindset, you shouldn't watch it. You shouldn't watch it at all. But it was a really, really good film, and I highly recommend it. So, yeah.
And Anna Kendrick is adorable. So
yes,
I'll watch anything.
She is.
I'll watch anything with her in.
Yeah. Oh, what? Even the Twilight films?
Yeah, because she wasn't really in it for long.
Okay, so you only watched up until she came. The scene she was in.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
I can watch them on YouTube. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. I just thought of another thing as well that happened the other night, which is quite a fascinating thing. I went out for a cigarette last thing at night. It was sort of around midnight time or just before. And the lights outside had literally just turned off. So do they turn off in Liverpool, where you are?
Only when someone's nicked the copper cables.
Oh, okay. So it's not it's not programmed then in that.
Well,
are
we talking streetlights? Or are we talking just in general? Yeah, obviously, yes. Our streetlights are timed.
Okay, so so it's the same for us. I wasn't sure because it being like a city, I wasn't sure if it was slightly different or not. But
no. Usually, there's a set time when it all suddenly dump and just the whole row comes on.
Yeah. So as I went outside, basically the lights were still on, but as I sort of went outside, the couple of seconds later, they literally turned off, and it was so magical because the lights turned off, and it was one of those really, really clear nights, and so like literally the sky lit up. And it was so beautiful to see. And it also made me feel so insignificant as well, because it is so huge and vast, isn't it? And as I was looking at the sky,
aliens.
Well, almost within the space of 2 minutes or about 3 minutes, I saw my first ever shooting star. And then I saw another one a couple of minutes later. And I thought to myself, is that, and I was logically thinking, is that a shooting star or was it aliens?
Or have you remembered you live near an airport because it was a really slow one and it was a plane coming into land?
No, honestly, it was really fast in the sky. I don't live near an airport, you dick.
Oh, it's a shooting star. It's got 4 engines and says UPS on the side.
Shut up. Don't take away my magic. Anyway, no.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
Asshole, shut up. Anyway, no, I don't live near an airport, and no, it wasn't a firefly or anything like that. But no, it literally was just like the star was in the sky, and then all of a sudden it just went, and like really quick movement, it moved and disappeared, sort of thing. And then a bit lower down, I'm sort of pointing everybody so that you can all see.
On this audio podcast.
On this audio podcast, yeah. A bit lower down.
You can see what levels I'm talking about.
About a minute later, another one happened. I sort of thought, well, how is that possible that, I've never seen one before and now I've seen 2 in one go. So instantly I thought that it's got to be aliens. But then also, I've been hearing about this thing called 3-Eye Atlas. Have you ever heard of that, James?
I have.
You have? Okay.
Because and I am a true believer.
do, 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 do.
Got my own tinfoil and everything.
do, 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 do.
No, in all seriousness, I've been fascinated with space since I was a kid. So yeah, when I heard about 3-Eye Atlas, I was like, ooh, interesting.
Yeah, because I first found out about it. My mum's been watching some YouTube videos. I'm just going to shout out the guy's name a moment. The YouTuber that she's been watching is called Stefan Burns, and he's a geophysicist. And basically, so it's quite interesting. He has actually turned up as a Halloween dress up thing with tinfoil on his head. So, that was quite funny. But for the most part, he makes it, he is quite serious about it. So he was just having a bit of fun that time. But yeah, it's been since around about June time. So if you don't know about 3-Eye Atlas, the reason why it's a 3 is because it's the first interstellar object that's come into the universe. And obviously the I stands for interstellar object or comet or whatever. And Atlas was the first, I think it was the first...
it's the first name of the first satellite that captured it.
Thank you. The first satellite that captured it. Yes, absolutely. I'm sorry, it was discovered on the 1st of July. But what's also quite interesting is that although, yes, okay, it could be a comet, it could be, it's from a different universe, which is mind-boggling because you always forget that there are other universes out there. But it's come into our universe, but it's, as it would normally have a tail at the back with the fire sort of thing, this one has actually got a tail at the front, and it's sort of heading towards the sun, and currently it is living behind the sun or going around the sun. But it's really interesting, the fact that like the tail of the comet is actually the opposite way round to how it would normally be. So it's almost like it's being charged by, he's getting charged from something. And the other side of it as well is that there are reports that it could be hollow, so that it's not a stone mass. So they could be, maybe. Okay, let's put our tinfoil hats on again. It could be aliens that are actually in there, coming to see us. So again, it's a lot of speculation and things. And also, interestingly as well, NASA for some reason turned their cameras off. Now they're back on now, but it's also quite interesting that they turned their cameras off. So they could have used the Mars rover to get images, but they didn't.
Well, they can't because Curiosity died.
What do you mean?
The Mars rover. His batteries went flat. His batteries went flat about 5 years ago.
Oh, okay. I thought that NASA still had stuff up there.
I think they've got several long range observational satellites.
Yeah.
Because again, it wasn't. We've got the James Webb, which is still picking up things. I think Voyager only just left the solar system, and they were still receiving images from that. I'm a bit behind on that one. But yeah, I remember them saying that it was making some unusual movements as well within the actual asteroid cluster. Just the way that it was interacting with space was highly unusual for said celestial bodies. And that was what led to the idea of perhaps this isn't just a giant hunk of rock. There's something more to this.
Because they're saying as well that it could be the size of Manhattan as well, which Manhattan isn't huge.
I still wouldn't want it parking in my front room.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, when you think of it as a giant piece of rock, then it is massive. But, obviously, when you think of actually Manhattan compared to Earth, then, Manhattan isn't huge in that comparison. But yeah, no. Does that make sense? I don't know if I just made sense or not there, but
No, I know what you're saying. It's that difficult thing of, again, it's trying to judge things by size.
Yeah.
It's like you've got to remember that I'm trying to remember what the first, well, I say first, but the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs wasn't that big. That you can still visit the impact crater in New Mexico, but it still wiped out the entire population of planet Earth and made us start from square one again. So
yeah,
I still wouldn't want it parking in my living room.
No, 100%. I think we may become dinosaurs at that point.
But yeah, it's one of those things of it doesn't happen very often. It was also interesting that it was coming close to Earth, but nowhere near close enough to worry about. So it was nice. It was one of those things of, this is just going to be an interesting observation.
Yeah, but then the other side of it is like it makes you think, like, again, like I said initially, it makes you think, oh wow, there are things out there. I mean, I physically have not seen this. I'm not saying that I've seen this or anything like that, but it is, trying to get your head around the fact that there are other universes out there. It's like I said earlier, when I was seeing the stars, it truly makes you feel so insignificant. You are literally like a dot. You're less than an ant. You're more of a dot on a page, kind of thing.
Not even that. You're a speck of dust. You're a speck of dust on an A4 piece of paper, the size of Manhattan. to bring that one back. No, like, genuinely, you do. It's one of those kind of earth-shattering moments of self-awareness when you realise that, when you actually look at the possibilities of where this has come from, and as you say, point of origin, distance travelled, you realise how small and insignificant every single one of us is.
Yeah. And you'd also think that because it is going around the sun at this moment in time, you'd think that with the sun it would burn up. But I think it's still maintaining the same size. Because I guess with regards to flying that close to the sun, it's going to obviously shrink in size, isn't it? Because it's going to melt down and things like that. So it's just baffling. It's just trying to work it out. But the other side of it as well is that it's been reported that because something else has come into our atmosphere, it's creating the sun to do interesting things like, with different rays and things like that, it is just affecting our atmosphere in general. But then also, if you're like a person that's sensitive, so to speak, like you've got mental health problems and things like that, then it could be something that affects those side of things as well, if you're actually sensitive to things that are going on around you.
I'll tell you what, if an asteroid cures my mental health problems, I welcome it.
No, I'm saying it makes
But we're
it
dangerously
worse.
getting closer to astronomy now.
No, yeah, I know.
And star signs.
I know, but no, they are saying reports that like it could, like I'm not saying it gets better. I'm saying it gets worse. There's like for example, there was like I had one of my really dark days with my depression. Normally, it will last me 24 hours, and I'll fake it until I make it to get out of it, sort of thing. But it took me a week to get out of that one, and so it's. But so that was confusing to me. But then I don't know if the two are connected. I'm not, I'm not saying that everything is this problem, kind of thing. But it does make you think as well that if something is going to come into the atmosphere, then would it affect us?
It's going to be one hell of a doctor's note, isn't it? Can't come in today, asteroid.
Killed by asteroid.
Turn me into a homicidal maniac. We'll clear up in 3 days. But no, yeah. I do love the fact that like I was following along with it, and as you said, the unique tail structure which then flipped.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was they realised that it was between July and August. Its tail switched round.
Yeah.
So it was pointing the wrong way and then switched to the right way. And it was things like that fueled the whole, it's an alien ship.
Mm-hmm.
They've done their observation. Now they're moving out of our system. And then it's always fun when you watch the crackpots kick off as to like how they can justify every little thing. It's like, yes, we can't visit the moon. We fake that, but there's aliens out there.
But then I'm going to sound like one of the crackpots now, but who's to say that there isn't aliens out there?
Oh, well, again, it's that problem of, the problem is we could never calculate the odds because, again, space is infinite.
Yeah.
And the problem we've got is, what you have to remember with Earth is a 1 in a million, like it's something like, I say 1 in a million, but it's like the odds of Earth being stable enough for life are ridiculously high.
Mm-hmm.
It's something like if our orbit was 100 million miles closer to the sun, we'd be barren. And 100 million miles further away from the sun, we'd be barren.
Yeah.
It's like it's a thing of those small movements throws off every calculation, makes the environment unlivable. Now, multiply that by infinite, because that's how many galaxies there are in existence. So it's the odds of us ever getting... There probably are aliens, but we'll never meet them.
No, which is a shame. I'd quite like to meet an alien.
I'd love to meet aliens.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll be able to cure me. Wonder if they can work out what's wrong with me.
Then again, I've seen too many science fiction. We're either going to have sex with them or kill them.
Oh. Yeah.
Hopefully not in that order either.
No. Hopefully neither. Hopefully we can communicate some way.
We sent William Shatner to space, so we nearly got there.
Yeah.
We sent Captain Kirk.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, it was an exciting couple of months, wasn't it? Of we might have aliens. No, it's just a big rock.
Yeah, but
although I like the idea of them sat at home with the giant telescope going, missed. We'll have to throw another one.
Yeah, because I wonder if they're like, if they're circulating and they've sort of thought, Oh, do you know what? These people have really ruined this planet. You look at all the fumes that are coming off this planet and look at all the destruction that they've caused for this planet. We'll just leave it alone.
No, it's worse. I think they've seen the internet.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, they kill these humans. They kill each other and everything. But have you seen what they call entertainment? Yeah, we'll start throwing rocks at them.
Yeah, there's a kitten on screen going like this, clawing. Yeah, exactly. So, oh, how cute. You know, we're all watching the kitty cat videos completely unaware.
I bet they all think we're insane.
They probably do. I think we are as well. So, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But no, I quite like, I suppose it's the magic side of things. It like really kind of plays with my magical mind that, you know, it could be something a little bit more exciting than just a hunk of rock. You know, it could be E.T. coming down to actually find out what this magical planet is that they've just found out. And I guess I have used the word magical multiple times there, but I don't know. I think there's something quite fun and exciting still that could be said about it, but I know that it's going to turn out to be that it's like an asteroid or whatever it is.
It's still magical. It's still magical in its own sense of, again, we should be grateful that we are in a position where we can even learn these things.
Yeah, exactly.
Because 200 years ago, they wouldn't have been able to do that. They wouldn't have been able to look at it up close, see how it's moving. It wouldn't have even registered to them.
No, exactly. You know. Do you think it's weird, though, that NASA did stop reporting on it?
Yes and no. I think it's, again, once you realise, like, distance away and, like, I think, again, a lot of people forget that NASA is extremely expensive. It's one of the reasons we stopped going to space was because imagine if you went to the shops, but every third trip your car exploded.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
It would get expensive. NASA is kind of the same problem. You know, it's taxpayer funded, and it's very, very dangerous going to space. You know, to send people to space requires basically strapping a large amount of explosive underneath them and hoping you can control it.
Yeah, not to mention like the training that they would require to actually do it in the first place. Yeah.
And I think the unfortunate thing is NASA has to prioritize. And I think when it came down to 3I Atlas, it came down to the fact of it's not coming close to Earth. It has minimal scientific value in that from the photographs and what they were able to find out about it, it was just a hunk of rock traveling through space. They do kind of have to justify, do we really want to watch a rock in space for 3 days that's coming nowhere near us?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I hadn't seen it from that point of view.
I appreciate the idea of, oh no, the globalists turned it off so that they could install their spy satellites on it and speak to the aliens without anyone knowing. And it's like, okay, dear, yes, that's good. I think that's enough internet for you today.
Yeah. I suppose, yeah, because obviously I'm hearing it from just like the one source or whatever, who might be the source that is on the little batshit crazy side of things.
On Team Tinfoil.
Yeah, exactly. But, you know, you did make you think, like, why would NASA? But now that you've just said that, actually, yeah, it makes a lot more sense that they wouldn't just focus on the one rock.
Again, like this is it. There's a whole galaxy to explore, and there is a finite amount of time to do it in. And as I said, unfortunately, space exploration is very, very expensive.
Yes.
So diverting time and resources to it, again, if you're not, unless it's and even in a case of, even if we found, for example, an asteroid made of pure diamond, which are scientifically capable of existing. The idea of being able to, like, what would you do once you identified it? You can't go out and capture it.
No.
So it's that problem of, well, we've gotten as much information as we can about it. There's not much else we can really do.
Might be Superman.
I hope not.
No. Might be kryptonite. Yeah. Might be. Or it could be Santa. Maybe he's doing some investigation on who the naughty children and the good children are.
The days are coming. Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah. Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah. Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah. Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah.
Haram, the days are coming. Haram, the days are coming. But I think it's quite an interesting thing to sort of, discuss nonetheless, because,
Absolutely.
we didn't necessarily both agree on the same thing there, but we did also, this is what a conversation like grown-ups. Yeah, we can have disagreements about things.
God help us.
Neither of us fell out.
We're grown-ups.
We are grown-ups, apparently, but neither of us fell out. We agreed to disagree. And I'm now referring back to the Pepsi conversation from earlier as well. And also Stranger Things conversation. Gemma just gave up because she has put so much energy into the other James trying to get him to watch it that she doesn't give a shit. But anyway... But no, I think as a topic, it was quite interesting to discuss. So hopefully the Salty Tadpoles did as well.
And again, it's not something that's going to come up every day.
No, exactly.
So it's nice. It's nice to know that they've got we're interested in some things other than complaining.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Even if we did complain about what it was.
Well, we didn't complain about what it was. We were just fascinated, and we we disagreed on what it was, I suppose. But how about, though, James, what about when it makes its next appearance and it comes from behind the sun and it makes its next appearance and it is actually aliens? Are you going to eat your hat?
No. I'm probably going to run and hide in fear if it's true.
You're not going to have a welcome mat then, like Independence Day.
I was just about to say, I saw what happened in Independence Day when they did that, and Mars attacks.
Yes, exactly.
If anything happens, I'm running off to Cheyenne Mountain.
Yeah, exactly.
Gonna go find Colonel O'Neill.
And make sure you surround yourself with plenty of water, because the aliens cannot attack, because we did all see signs. So,
I'll go one better. I'll sneeze on them. We've all seen War of the Worlds.
Oh, God, yeah, absolutely. And just remember from references in the film Paul, they don't all want to stick their finger up your bum.
Just the grey ones. Just the grey ones.
Yeah.
The grey ones are perverts.
Exactly. So I don't know about you, James, but I think that's a perfect place to end this week's episode.
Absolutely. Anal probing is always a good place to leave it.
Yeah.
She's swirling her finger tadpoles and I'm terrified.
And now James is doing the same with the middle finger, which is just darn rude. I can't believe it.
Yeah, but it's a talent to be able to swirl my middle finger.
It is, but look, I can do it too, so it's not really that much of a talent.
There you have it, tadpoles, from me and Gemma. Sit on it and swivel.
Yeah. I think we've been talking enough Codswallop this week. I have been Gemma.
And I have been James.
Yeah, sit on it and swivel. Go on. Bye-bye, everyone.
Love you. Bye, guys. Bye.
This podcast is a production of Unfiltered Studios. If you would like to know more about joining Unfiltered Studios, please visit our website at unfpod.com for more information.